having someone like Emily, who's wonderful, and having her in your house is such a personal thing. She's helping me live. I served in the Marine Corps from 1993 to 2001. And then after the Marine Corps, I ran some various businesses. I was also a professional fighter. Had a 15-year career of fighting, had 24 professional fights. I was also a jiu-jitsu practitioner. I won a couple world titles in the no-gi jiu-jitsu class. It takes a real warrior to ask for help, whether you're a male or a female. So don't think you're weak by asking for help. It's just the opposite. That shows your strength and your fortitude and your mental toughness.
Welcome to Spotlight Sioux Falls, where culture meets commerce and the people behind our favorite places get the mic.
We're your hosts, Melissa Goodwin and Steve Schmidt, and we're sitting down with the makers, doers, and dreamers shaping the soul of our city.
From storefronts to side hustles, tattoos to tech startups, we are telling the stories that make Sioux Falls shine.
Because behind every business is a human story, and those stories, they're what make our community feel like home. This is Spotlight Sioux Falls. Welcome to Spotlight Sioux Falls. I'm Melissa Goodwin, and we are back here in beautiful Yankton, South Dakota, right off the river. And we are here with the Caregivers team at the home of Clark Bevins. Thanks for letting us be in your home, Clark.
Thanks for having me.
Great to meet you. And I'm here today with Emily Pinkelman. She is a CNA with Caregivers. And Carly King, you are the agency manager.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's right.
So Carly, tell us a little bit, just structurally, Caregivers is in Sioux Falls, Yankton, a number of communities throughout the state.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, tons of communities, about 38, what's the word?
Counties?
Counties, yeah,
Yeah.
38 counties. We're in Yankton, Aberdeen, Mitchell. There's a peer office. We have an office in Gregory, Winter, Burke area, which is like pretty west. Where else? Did I say Mitchell? Yeah, we're pretty much everywhere, in any farmhouse in between, any small town, we probably have been visited there.
That's amazing. Well, we're excited to hear a little bit more about Clark and your story and how you have come into the care of Caregivers. So maybe if you just want to tell us, you've got a pretty fascinating background. So I'm excited to hear and share with our audience here today a little bit about you and how you came to Yankton, South Dakota.
Wonderful, thank you. My name's Clark Bevins. I'm 51 years old. I served in the Marine Corps from 1993 to 2001. And then after the Marine Corps, I ran some various businesses. I was also a professional fighter. Had a 15-year career of fighting. Had 24 professional fights. I was also a jiu-jitsu practitioner. I won a couple world titles in the no-gi jiu-jitsu class. And through the Marine Corps and through, just my choice of life, which was very aggressive and put my body through a lot, I never really took care of myself. And as a Marine, you don't want to ask for help. You don't want to seem like you're weak or you're vulnerable. So you learn to just ignore those injuries and continue on with your day-to-day living the best you can.
Yeah.
And finally, when COVID hit, I was 45 at the time, and I was in charge of a large organization on the East Coast. We had 1,205 employees. It was a health club organization. We had 40,000 members. And my last instructions for the company were to shut it all down. And I decided, I'm done. And I decided at that point I was going to retire. Didn't know how yet. But went to Montana. And in the last 5 years, since I retired, I've had about 22 surgeries.
Oh my gosh.
Almost all orthopedic surgeries. And through that, one of the hardest things was to ask for help, to be vulnerable, and to go to the right people and find the right people. You have to be your biggest advocate, and you have to find the right people that can help you with the things you really need. And having somebody in your house and having someone like Emily, who's wonderful, and having her in your house is such a personal thing. she's helping me live. She sees my dirty laundry. She sees me when I can't get up in the morning because the pain is so bad, or after I've had a night terror. She sees everything I go through. And for her to have the empathy to come in and just, it's no big deal. Let's just go at it. What do we got to get done today? She helps me with my physical therapy. Um, and it fluctuates depending on what I need or don't need. Sometimes I need a lot of care. Sometimes, like I said, it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. And whatever I need, uh, Emily's there for to help me get in the shower when I need it. Um, and with the procedure I have coming up, I may be in a wheelchair for a short period of time. And I know I can go to Core Cares and the team over there at Core Cares, Carly and Emily, they rock. And if we had more folks like them in society today, maybe we wouldn't have all the issues we have in society, because they tend to lead with empathy and gratitude. And, they seem to genuinely be interested in making a difference in their community. So it's been hard to ask for help.
Yeah.
I encourage anybody out there that if you're wondering if you should get help, the answer is absolutely yes. It takes a real warrior to ask for help, whether you're male or female. So don't think you're weak by asking for help. It's just the opposite. That shows your strength and your fortitude and your mental toughness. So please ask for help.
What gave you the courage to be able to, I think you're right. A lot of, especially veterans, might feel shame and saying like, I can't handle this anymore, or like you said, just being able to say like, my house is not where I'd like it to be, but I just need someone to come in and help me out. What do you think gave you the courage to do that and take those steps?
So for me, it was the pain.
Yeah.
I have never taken any, and anything more than Tylenol up until 6 years ago. And I had several injuries that I never let heal or address. I didn't address them properly. And that's part of being a Marine. That's how you're bred. That's how you're taught as a Marine. And the biggest thing for me was when I couldn't enjoy the things that I always enjoy, like fishing. Fishing is my number one hobby, and I would go out there and I would try to go fishing, and I would get these pains in my neck and my shoulder, like all over my body, and I just would come home and I would hurt, and I'd be like, "This is not enjoyable." And hunting was the same way, and all outdoor activities. I'm a very active person. At least I was. We'll see how things shake out now. I'll be active somehow. Um, but it was certainly the pain drove me to do that, and seeing myself not acting like myself. Fishing is hurting, hunting is hurting. I won't do my chores because it just hurts too bad. And that could be something as little as washing the dishes, and all that repetitive motion of folding your laundry, stuff like that. I would just quit doing, and that's not me.
Yeah. What brought you to South Dakota?
Yeah, a very interesting story. So I have a brother that lived here, and when I say brother, I mean military brother. And in Northwest Montana, where I was at, it's quite expensive.
Sure.
And with the stage I'm at right now in my recovery back to being me, I need some specialty care. So I needed to move near facilities where I could get the specialty care. And this was the area. The town is small, just like I came from, just like my hometown, which I love. The people are amazing here. Some great food. I love the Latin food here. Really good Latin food.
Okay.
Which surprised me.
Unexpected.
Yeah,
Yes.
very unexpected. And so I moved down here. It's only been 3 months, and I've loved it so far. Got a lovely home. And I tell you what, my dollar goes a lot farther.
I bet. Well, Emily, tell us a little bit about your background. So you are a CNA with Core
Yes.
Cares. So tell us how you came to Core Cares, a little bit about you. Are you from Yankton?
I am from Yankton, born and raised here. Um, I guess I kind of fell into CNA work kind of by accident, to be honest. Before that, I was working at a bank, and I just learned that a stuffy environment where you're behind a computer all day is just not for me. My at my healthiest and my best when I'm up and about, taking care of other people, when my day can change day by day. So, uh, honestly, home care has been, come to find out, the perfect niche for me because every day is not the same. I go into different homes, and there's always different things that need to be done, different needs that need to be met, and it's perfect because it's there's never a dull moment, never a boring day.
So, Clark, when you decided to hire Core Cares and you met Emily, and Emily, you met Clark, what was that interaction like? How did you guys kind of get to know each other and determine what needed to happen and
Yeah.
how to interact?
Wow, I mean, we just talked for the first 45 minutes, showed her around and um, said, here's the things I need help with. I literally had a list like of things that are really hard for me to do and that, I need to have done. And she was just open to it. She goes, "Oh, I love lists." I was like, "Thank goodness." But to start off, we chatted, and she told me her story, and I told her mine, and um, we like lists.
Yeah, that sounds good. Emily, what about you? What was that like? I mean, I'm sure you've got a few people that you work with. So how do you get to know them? How does that relationship develop?
Well, when you're in someone's home, you can pretty much look around and get an idea of a feel for who they are, what they're into, things like that. So, of course, my first walking in, seeing pictures of him with his fist up, when if I'm like, okay, so tell me about this. I had lots of questions based off the pictures in the home. So, it was, I feel like I'm a people person. It's really easy for me to just kind of get into a groove and feel out a person's personality. Probably due to a lot of my customer service experience since throughout my life. But um, it's an honor to be allowed into people's home, and I don't take that for granted. So.
Yeah. And Carly, I'm curious, when you hire, like, how do you hire for that? That's got to be something I mean, that's not really on a resume.
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't think it's tricky to hire for home care because it really takes a special person. Like someone can come in and be like, I just love taking care of people. But then you kind of know, like, maybe that's not the case. Like for instance, like when Emily came to interview, I knew right when she walked through the door, looked at me and smiled. I was like, you're it. You're gonna be hired for sure. And that's how it went. You just kind of know. You go over their experience, stuff like that. You go over, how they are personally too with people. If you don't get somebody who wants to conversate with clients, they're probably not going to be the best fit.
Sure.
So you just kind of go through a line of, we have a checklist at Core Cares of kind of like the person we're looking for, but we also have like a personal checklist that I know the clients. I've met them. I met Clark before anybody did. So it's kind of easy to pick out employees who, because I know all the clients already and I know what they need. I know who they're going to want to talk to, who they're going to want to be cooking their meals, who they're going to want to be in their home. So I think just kind of knowing that the personal side of the clients before you hire somebody is pretty special, and you can really pick and choose the right employees.
So you're kind of matchmaking in some ways as you.
Yes, definitely
want.
matchmaker at first. Like when we get employees, definitely matchmake their personality side for sure, and their experience second, because I think your experience definitely comes into play, but you can't really be taught how to be a good caregiver. Like I think that comes naturally, just like obviously it came naturally with Emily. So and then just being able to support them in ways that they're going to be successful in someone's home. So I would never put Emily with somebody who I didn't think she'd be successful with.
Right.
So,
Well, walk us through, Clark and Emily, what's a typical day like? What are some things that you do? And Clark, what happens when you wake up?
Well, I usually just sit here a lot and do my exercises. Emily, you want to kind of go through what you do on some days?
Yeah, so when I walk in, he's really good about having a list of things that he would like done.
Okay.
And usually I have some spare time, so I'll spot things that also need to be done and I'll do that as well. But I do a lot of meal prepping for Clark. Definitely help him, uh, well, motivate him to get going on some days. um, uh, and get his physical therapy in every day. Uh, I usually have to keep his dog busy while he's trying to do his exercises. It's probably the biggest
What kind of
distraction.
dog do you have?
I have a pit bull Rhodesian Ridgeback mix.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
his name's Rusty.
okay.
He's pretty special.
Yeah.
And just a lot of general cleaning. And luckily he's really easy to clean up after. So uh yeah, that's just the general gist, whatever needs to be done. Oh, I suppose run errands too. But uh it's a pretty easy day. I'm here for about 2 to 3 hours a day and
Mhm.
it's good stuff.
So Clark, tell us a little bit about your goals. As you think about you're young and pretty
Hmm.
vibrant. Like, what are your hopes when you think about core cares in your future? Are you hoping for rehabilitation? Are you hoping
Sure.
for services for now and through any potential surgeries and then wind down? Or what are you thinking from that perspective?
Yeah, I would like to get back to being, myself.
Yeah.
Uh, I have some great ideas of some ventures I would like to get into here in Yankton. And um, I believe, at 51, I can still get back in the game
Mhm.
and live a great life. I just need to get through these orthopedic issues and continue my physical therapy and continue to have great people around me. And I'll certainly win the game, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's great. Well, what advice would you give somebody who is kind of in your same position, who
Mm,
might be unsure if they need help or can get help?
yeah. So the advice I give that person is you can always get help. There is help out there. It may not be how you want it, or you may not be able to follow the path that you initially think it's going to go on, but you need to be open to going down different paths, and you need to be persistent to be your best. What's the word I'm looking for here? Your best
Advocate?
advocate. Yeah, thank
Mhm.
you. To advocate for yourself and to get out there and let people, and you got to be honest with them, let them know what you're having a hard time with.
Mhm.
And if you're not telling the truth and telling the truth to the right people, then the right things aren't going to happen for you. So just keep it real,
Yeah.
and everybody needs help at some point in their life. And I've been grateful to be in the position I'm in and having the support I have around me.
Emily, do you have any advice that you would give to anyone who is in a position like Clark? Similar position?
I'd say just be open and relaxed about it. We do this professionally, and it's um, nothing is ever that big of a deal,
Yeah.
you know. So just be yourself, be who you are, and don't worry about what.
There probably isn't a lot that you haven't seen before,
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
right.
Don't worry about other people's
Mhm.
perspectives and whatnot. What matters is your well-being and your home, and we're here to help.
I always tell people who are nervous and, well, I don't want to start until like 5 more months. Well, and then you kind of go piggyback off of, why? Well, I don't want someone to help me shower. And it's like, well, and then I just usually make sure people know, like, our caregivers, this is their career. Like, they've
Mhm.
seen it all, they've done it
Mhm.
all. They've, nothing is going to give anybody the, ugh, because
Mhm.
it's human life. We're all just trying to
Yes.
help help our clients live
Help
their
each
best
other
life
out.
in here in their house. So
So, was there anything that you were really worried about that before you had a caregiver come in your home?
Oh, absolutely. Um, having somebody help me shower, or there was a time where I had to wear adult diapers,
Sure.
and like sharing that with, someone in my house now that has got to help me bathe myself and do these basic tasks. Really makes you're embarrassed at first. And then when the caregiver starts just doing their thing, you're like, wow, this really isn't that big of a deal. But it was just being embarrassed that, I'm supposed to be this big tough guy and I'm walking around in a diaper, or I need help getting in the shower, or I can't get up off the toilet, or, and all those things have happened. So that was the biggest thing, is just my own pride.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad that you did make the call, or that you did get the help that you
Thank
need
you, me
and
too.
deserve,
Thank you.
frankly. I have a question for one last piece of advice. It's fishing advice. Have you been out here in the river? What's the best spots? Can you share?
I can't tell you that.
Secret.
That is I've been sworn to secrecy. But I'll
Okay.
tell you, the paddle fishing here is real.
Okay.
And I'm very excited to get involved in that once I get back on my feet.
Will that be one of your ventures, is figuring out some paddle fishing excursions and maybe bringing some people on board?
Oh, I go to the places, even though I can't fish.
Okay.
I go there, 3
You're
or 4.
scouting it out. You're
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
more dangerous than anybody when you get out
I'm going
there.
to be bringing the heat.
Yeah. Great news. Well, thank you so much again for letting us in your home and for sharing your story. I know it will help a lot of people who are watching this and maybe not sure, or maybe, like you said, maybe need to muster up the courage to ask for some help. So I really appreciate you sharing that story today.
Absolutely. I'd like to say thank you to the team at Core Cares, and everything you've done for me to make my life a bit easier.
And thank you, Emily and Carly, for the work you do, the important work you do every day to help people and help them live their best lives. And if you have questions about Core Cares, go ahead and click on the link in the show notes. We'll have a link there for you, so you can reach out to Gabrielle and Carly and their team, and they'll guide you from there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This episode of Spotlight Sioux Falls is sponsored by Magnetic. We help businesses grow through content that stands out and software that scales your conversations. Not sure how to build your pipeline? You can find us at magnetic.services. Magnetic.services, your pipeline will thank you.
Thanks for listening to Spotlight Sioux Falls.
These are the stories and the businesses that shape our city. If you heard something today that made you smile, made you think, or maybe reminded you of someone you know in your neighborhood, please share it.
That's how we support local. That's how we grow. And if you know a business owner we should feature, or you want to tell your story, reach out.
Until next time, we're Steve and Melissa, and this is Spotlight Sioux Falls, where local stories get the stage they deserve. Running a business means we all wear a lot of hats, but sometimes you need extra hands, sometimes some specialized talent to keep projects moving.
That's where our friends at Solvo Global come in. Whether you need offshore or nearshore resources or long-term project support, Solvo connects you with the right people to scale your business.
They make it simple. You get trusted talent without the overhead, so you can focus on growth instead of scrambling for help.
Check out the link in our show notes below to learn more about how Solvo Global can support your next big move.